Tonto Dikeh divorce saga continues as she keeps on updating us with new information about her ex-husband, Churchill. This is your girl Quaver, and you are watching P-Bars right here on Pinax GH. Like I said, it's all about Tonto Dikeh and her married saga. As we all know, Tonto Dikeh is a Nigerian-based actress and also a musician who is really doing well in the movie industry as far as I'm concerned in Nigeria. But in Chibia, she got married to her husband Churchill. Now, our energy, and Sembi, say, and they ended up getting divorced. Now, after the divorce, and a Tonto Dikeh about Abonte. In fact, it's all over the internet. She's out saying a whole lot of stuffs about her husband, Churchill, and now saying Nukuno is not a good husband. Or now saying Nukuno is that even Wababonte Kwabeka say Nukuno cannot even last 1 minute in bed. And the last time that Nukuno lasted 1 minute was when they had their first child. Now, Cecilia, in a recent video that is trending on the internet, Wababonte Abeka said she has proofs of her husband, proving that the husband was engaged in some Yahoo sort of stuffs, which is illegal as in the Nigerian law and also even in Ghana as a whole. Like babya, it's what the husband is doing is illegal. So she wants people to know that she, even though for air blasting, say why is she going about saying stuff about her husband? And you say, in order for people to know the real story, she has come out with a video to prove say whatever she's saying is not like she's just making up stories about the husband. It's true. I just want you to sit and take a look at the video.
Churchill is a very selfish, manipulative person. This is a man that would insult his own mother, call her all sorts of names, treat her as though she was a scum, or reply her. He's a terrible person, so to speak. He's a very terrible person, and the only thing he cares about, and that's why anytime we fought, anytime he hit me and he beat me, I would always go to his jazz drawer, I would break his jazz, or I would go to his clothes where he has his designers, I would break them, or I would break his laptop, because I know that was the only thing that affected him. And I can remember clearly, he said it in his interview, the first time, we still with the same Azuka. And I also have documents of me telling Azuka, there's a document here, I said Azuka, I said, I'm born again, and I would not lie that I never broke properties. Anytime I was beaten, my revenge was to go back and break everything. So yes, I broke properties. I destroyed properties. He can do anything to anybody because he wants to be rich. There's actually something, I'm not going to say, I will wait to be pushed. I will wait to be pushed. There is something I saw between him and his mother. But I will wait, Churchill, to be pushed. I have said it once in a message. It was there. Maybe people will forget about it. But I will wait to be pushed. Now, fraud 41919, Yahoo. You go online, you dupe white women, you go online, you dupe people. That's what my son's father does. I'm not proud of it. I'm saying, I told you, I said this interview is mainly not for Nigerians. I want my son to grow. I'm not the kind of mother that's going to hide things from her son. No, my son would know everything and the whole truth. I'm not going to lie to him, but then I'm not going to hide things from him. So yes, my son's father is a fraud. He does Yahoo. How I know? Because I caught him in the middle of a red candle with laptop in his lap and a red pants on and a red cloth tied around his waist. Not just that. I mean, coming from the house we stayed in when I was married to him, this man told everybody that he bought the house. He didn't buy this house. This house was rented. This approved that it was rented. This approve of conversation between me and the agent when the agent did not do something right in the house. I told him how much we paid for rent. Everything is there. I told him how much he paid for rent, and this is a conversation of the landlord himself. This is a conversation from the landlord himself. He said, look at it. This here is from the landlord. So different things different things. I know he's 419 because I know he's 419. It's on the streets. Go to Ghana and ask about him. He says he's into IT. Please, what has he done? What is the IT? Let me know. What IT work has this man done? Why would you buy a car and your name is not on the car? You see how this thing about the fraud money? You see, I've leaded him to know a few things. When they cannot bring in money into Nigeria from fraud, they buy cars. So it is very easy for you to say a Yahoo boy has cars. But it is very hard for you to say a Yahoo boy has properties, and that's one thing that was his problem. When he's out of money for so long, Yahoo does not pay for so long, immediately the Yahoo pays, he wants to buy clothes, he wants to buy this, he forgets to invest. Even the house in Ghana that this man told me, lied to me, that he owns the house in Ghana. Now this is a message. This is a message between I and the agent. The agent came to my page on Instagram to embarrass the life out of me. Called me a very dirty woman. Called me how useless and how stupid and how disgusting I and my ex-husband was. I only got to read it and read it and read it. This is the agent who rented the house this man lied that he bought in Ghana. The man even told me in this message, he said, your son's clothes are lying down everywhere. I didn't know that my son's father had taken his property and ran away from the home. I didn't know that. So they were asking him they were actually asking me that we should come and pay for the balance of whatever rent, and also we should come and clean up and arrange and put together their home back how they gave it to us. I also, on this, I gave the man his mother's phone number. I said, call this phone number. But I bet you the woman would tell you she does not know the boy, but that is his mother. That's the message. He came back and said, I called the number. It was a London number because the mother stays in London. It was a London number. I gave him the correct number for his mother. His mother said she does not know a Churchill, and off the phone. 2 days later, that phone went off because I had already casted the number online. So people were already calling the number. 2 days later, they changed the phone. This is his mother in on the same scam. The first time I met them, the mother told me she's Obasanjo's wife. It's a scam. He told me he's Obasanjo's son. It's a scam. Anyway. He was a librarian for Obasanjo. His father, God bless his soul, even if I did not know him, I'm not sure I would have hated him totally. This is his father. This is who his father is. His father was Obasanjo's gardener that graduated into being a spiritual leader. This is his father. This man has never for one day, he always puts Obasanjo on Obasanjo's birthday, a happy birthday, daddy. Even the brother. If you go to his page, you will see him and Obasanjo, daddy, I came to see daddy. Not for one day have they ever posted this man's picture because they want to keep scamming people that they're Obasanjo's son. This is his father. No relationship with Obasanjo. If this man had a relationship with Obasanjo, I would be the happiest girl on earth. Because it's a name that my son will inherit and work on to be a better person in life. This is his father. When I went for the first time I knew that he was not, I had always suspected because I was the one spending. I told you, I said, why we met, he was broke. He started having money after I left to go and give birth. That's when his first Yahoo ever money came, when I know him. That's the first time I ever knew him with money, because that was when he paid for the, I think it was 8 million, there's a 60 million naira apartment we stayed in for 2 years rent. So that was the first time his money came in. That was the first time, the car was the first time. The car was the first time money came and everything started to happen for him to do. So every other thing, I was the one trying to do it for him. So yes, this is his father. You see the same resemblance. Even my son looks like him somehow. Yes, I did. The first day I was going to be introduced to Obasanjo was I had 2 introductions and 1 traditional wedding. The first introduction was for Obasanjo, the second was for my parents. So the first introduction, I was already pregnant, I was 3 months pregnant when I met Obasanjo. The first thing I met him, he told me, he's not my son. plump and plain. The man does not hide his mouth, but he's like my son. I remember when I went back home, I looked at the mother, I looked at the son. I said, why did you lie? What was the lie? You see, they hate me so much for my boldness, that family. Because I called the both of them. I said, why did you lie? As long as there was a relationship, as long as this man can stand in and say he is like a son, why would you ever lie? That was where I stood in to now say, you know what, okay, I would not be the one to break it out. That's why when there was an interview online that when it said I showed them, they said, is he Obasanjo's son? I said yes. If you see my body language, I was very uncomfortable. And that was a week after I just gave birth to my son. In fact, my mother-in-law was upstairs right there, holding my son, looking down at me when I was doing that interview. God bless this boy. His name is Bode. Bode is Golden Icons. He's the owner of Golden Icons. Golden Icons is an award. And it's a TV too, and that's the TV that recorded me.